What are some mind-blowing facts about food? Bananas used to be tastier. The bananas you find today in supermarkets, outside certain areas of Central and South America, Asia, and specialty food stores, are all genetically identical. They are a variety called the Cavendish. These Cavendish bananas taste worse than the bananas that your parents or grandparents would have eaten. Before the 1950s, the world's favorite banana was the Gros Michel. They are larger, curvier, and much sweeter than the Cavendish. Those who have tasted both the Gros Michel and the Cavendish universally rate the Gros Michel as the superior banana. Unfortunately, the Gros Michel was largely wiped out due to the Panama disease. This is one of the major downsides to having most of the world's banana crop be genetically identical to each other. As soon as a disease evolved that attacks the fruit, we would be fighting a losing battle to contain the infection. It's almost impossible to breed resistance back into a fruit like the Gros Michel as they are infertile. It's the price that the plant pays in order to give you a smooth and seedless fruit. In the end, the Gros Michel can no longer be grown in any significant quantity over large parts of the world without it quickly being consumed by the Panama disease. The only place where Gros Michel is still available today is in small-scale production, or in Southeast Asia. When the Gros Michel crop began failing around the 1950s, banana cultivators scrambled to find a suitable replacement. They settled on the Cavendish that we're familiar with today. It didn't taste as good as the Gros Michel or some of the other candidates, but importantly, it was able to grow in the same soil and conditions as Gros Michel, allowing existing plantations to be replanted directly. Soon everyone was eating the Cavendish banana, and few remember or mourn the great taste of the Gros Michel. The Cavendish banana has an interesting history. Originally native to southern China, the Irish botanist Charles Telfair, probably one of the world's first banana enthusiasts, acquired specimens of the banana in 1826 for his banana collection at his botanical gardens on the island of Mauritius. Telfair considered these bananas one of the most valuable in his extensive banana collection. In 1829, he sent 2 of the plants to his friend back in England, one Mr. Barclay of Bury Hill, first name unknown. On Barclay's death in 1836, the 2 plants were purchased by a nursery, of the plant kind, in Epsom owned by C. Young. The nursery then sold one of the 2 plants for £10 to Joseph Paxton, the very same Paxton of Crystal Palace fame, who was the gardener to William Cavendish, 6th Duke of Devonshire. Like many Victorian gentlemen of his time, William Cavendish dabbled in the trade of bananas, a rare and exotic treat to the Victorians, and had many varieties of banana growing in his private glasshouses in Chatsworth. Paxton, already experienced in the cultivation of bananas, successfully established the plant in the Chatsworth glasshouses that year. Incidentally, the Chatsworth glasshouses were designed by Paxton, and served as the prototype for the Crystal Palace. It's from this single plant growing in William Cavendish's glasshouses that the eponymous banana was reintroduced to the wider world. Almost all of the world's Cavendish bananas are derived from this specimen. It's unfortunate that few of us born after the 1950s and raised on the Cavendish will ever get a chance to taste humanity's original favorite banana. However, a lot of us may have come into contact with an unexpected legacy of the Gros Michel, banana flavoring. A lot of banana flavoring formulas date back to the days of the Gros Michel and haven't been updated. As a result, certain sweets and candy that are supposed to be banana-flavored are actually flavored after the Gros Michel rather than the Cavendish. This is why these banana-flavored sweets and candy don't taste like the bananas that we're familiar with. Fortunately, the Gros Michel isn't extinct. It's still grown in small quantities in places around the world which can escape the Panama disease and in larger quantities in Southeast Asia, which is fortunately relatively free of the disease. Southeast Asia is the world's treasure trove of banana varieties, many of which are also tasty but haven't reached our supermarket shelves because they aren't as suitable for mass cultivation in other climates, or are more difficult to transport, or have shorter shelf lives than the Cavendish. I've found this video on YouTube reviewing the differences of the Gros Michel and the Cavendish, giving some insight into its flavor, lost to much of the Western world for the last 50 years. Hopefully one day, with advances in genetics and agriculture, we might see the return of the Gros Michel, the world's original favorite banana, or maybe an even better variety to replace the runner-up of bananas, the Cavendish.